Welcome to today's webinar. This is about exploring energy efficiency one-stop shops. I'm Luke Loveridge, the founder and CEO of PropFlow. So firstly, who is this for? So it's particularly, if you're here today, it's probably because you're maybe considering introducing a one-stop shop now or in the future. And you might want to understand the strengths and weaknesses of some of the different models and explore some of the different examples. But firstly, what's the challenge? So we do need a huge investment in the UK's housing stock, so over 250 billion to get our housing stock up to standard. That means that most of the UK homes are in scope, so almost 24 million homes. But we're not doing nowhere near enough upgrades. So we need to reach about 80,000 installs upgrades per month. We're currently at about 17,000. And a big part of that is around the complexity of the process. So what is a one-stop shop? Well, one definition is that it provides a single point of access for multiple services. And this helps to simplify the process to create efficiencies along the whole journey. And it also makes information clearer, particularly to the end user. But it also creates a lot of market opportunities as well to have added value services for business in the supply chain. So what are the different models? So I'm going to start with what elements actually make up that end-to-end journey. So there's around 6, give or take. And the first one, particularly for business, is around analysis. So for example, if you're a lender, you've got a loan book you might want to analyze. If you're a landlord, you might have a portfolio of properties. Or you might have your number of contacts in your CRM, and you want to understand the risks and opportunities around that book. Then there's information, advice and guidance to your customers, ranging from content such as blogs to the full retrofit assessments, which might cost over £600. Thirdly, there's the supply chain. So it could be very simple in terms of just signposting to resources, having a referral relationships with suppliers, having a closer integration to actually just having one prime contractor. Then there's how the works are financed. Is it the homeowner that's self-financing or receiving grants? Does the supplier have financing options? Are homeowners referred to financing providers, or is there actually an embedded finance option within the journey? How the work's then managed. So again, is it the homeowner which is managing themselves? How are they supported? Is there any sort of digital support that can be used, or telephony? Or is there a dedicated project manager? And finally, to what degree is verification and monitoring needed? Is proof of works needed, for example, or a new EPC required to link to to green financing, which would finance the works? And could smart home data or smart meter data be used to actually understand the real impact? So there are 3 primary models that will have varying levels of service. So that includes facilitation model, and a coordination model, and an all-inclusive approach. So just to run through these, and the sort of pros and cons. So facilitation is quick and easy, very low risk, but it typically has fairly low impact, or particularly on conversion, getting people to retrofit. Doesn't add a huge amount of value. On coordination, again, fairly quick and easy, still low risk, but it also starts to increase the conversion and get people to retrofit. But it might not necessarily meet all people's needs. So if you've got a very unique property, for example, or if you're doing a very, you need a lot of support and handholding through quite an extensive retrofit, then that might be not necessarily fulfilled in the coordination model. And then there's the all-inclusive, which is the most seamless, so particularly presented to the homeowner, and the risk is typically with a single delivery partner, but it's likely to have a higher cost somewhere within the process, whether that's on the business or the homeowner. And also there probably would be some complexity in contracting, because a consortia would usually be needed for this type of model. So how do you decide which model to go through? So first, you need to understand what you're trying to achieve, what are your goals. Is it about increasing customer engagement? In which case you might prioritize user experience, targeting insights, and engagement tracking. Is it around growth? So increasing your revenue. So you want to optimize for conversion in that case. You might want to look at the commission levels and again, understand some of those targeting insights. Or is it around decarbonisation, in which case you might want to have a better understanding of the risks and opportunities on your portfolio. So portfolio analysis, you might prioritise. Again, optimise conversion, but also look at how you verify those works statically, but also in real time. Things to watch out for. So first thing is data quality. So many current suppliers might use their own energy models, but then that creates potential for inaccurate results. So this is one example: 2 large banks, 2 different suppliers. There's an energy rating of a property, current A, predicted an A, could have a heat pump, for example, and then one supplier is saying it's an E, and nothing can be done to that property. So that potentially impacts the confidence and would affect essentially conversion of people going through and getting those works. And that's just another example. There's just on that supplier 1, for example. On the flip side, actually it's saying it's an A when it's actually a B, which could then, it's about managing expectations there. Another piece is around suppliers. So, what vetting has been done, what coverage across the UK, and what accreditations do they hold. You can de-risk with, making sure that they do have accredited, sign up to Trustmark, for example. If they're windows and door supplier, are they signed up to FENSA? So there's a number of sort of, accreditation schemes out there which significantly reduces the risk to yourselves and to the homeowners. And then also look at the cost and the sort of commission that's available, if it's available. Do they have a flexible model? So ourselves, for example, we have an introductory free offer all the way up to enterprise. Do they pass on commission from suppliers, and do they offer bulk discounts for homeowners? And what wraparound support is offered as well. So again, from our perspective, we include the portfolio analysis and the tracking included as a standard, and also the Home Hub, which helps digitally support those people in managing those works for the homeowner and on an ongoing basis as well. And then what sort of help with marketing do they do as well?